Seems to be you could have been a better friend to me. Mama, I'm coming home. You took me in and you drove me out, yeah, you had me hypnotized, yeah. Lost and found and turned around by the fire in your eyes. You made me cry, you told me lies, but I can't stand to say goodbye. Mama, I'm coming home. I could be right, I could be wrong. It hurts so bad, it's been so long. Mama, I'm coming home. Selfish love, yeah, we're both alone. Right before the fall, yeah. But I'm gonna take this heart of stone. I just got to have it all. I've seen your face 100 times. Oh. What's up, guys? Every day we've been apart. I'll be here. Cause mama, I'm coming home. I'll be here. It's all right. I'm gonna wait till the wire gets here to do any more. Hey, Rev. Hi, Preston. How you doing, bud? Lost and found and turned around by the fire in your eyes. I've seen your face 1,000 times. Every day we've been apart. And I don't care about the sunshine, yeah. 'Cause mama, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Yeah. Pretty stupid if you ask me. I'm coming Hey, Vanna, what's up, brother? No. My blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues in the middle of the pouring rain. WC had washed down over me. Yeah, I got a first class ticket, but I'm as blue as a boy can be. Then I'm walking in Memphis, just walking with my feet 10 feet off a beam. Walking in Memphis, but do I really feel the way I feel? Saw the ghost of Elvis on Union Avenue. Followed him up to the gates of Graceland and I watched him walk right through. Now security, they did not see him. They just hovered around his tomb. And there's a pretty little thing waiting for the king down in the jungle room. When I was walking in Memphis.
Oh, what's up, Zach?
I was walking with my feet 10 feet off a beam.
Got a nasty?
Walking in Memphis. But do I really feel the way I feel?
Oh, hello, Jack boy.
They've got catfish on the table.
Huh? What? What's up?
They've got gospel in the air.
What?
River
What?
Green, be glad to see you.
What do you want?
When you haven't got a breath.
A pretzel? Sit.
Oh, you got
Sit. Can I have your paw? Thank you. There you go.
Muriel plays piano every Friday at the Hollywood. And they brought me down to see her, and they asked me if I would do a little number. And I sang before.
Yeah, I'll be doing a lot on this one.
She said, tell me, are you a Christian child? And I said,
man, I am tonight.
Walking in Memphis. I was walking with my feet 10 feet off a beam. Walking in Memphis. But do you really feel the way I feel? Walking in Memphis. I was walking with my feet 10 feet off a beam. Walking in Memphis. But do you really feel the way I feel? Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the train. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues. In the middle of the pouring rain.
I haven't watched it. I heard it was good. Although there was 9 hours between goals last night.
In the middle of the pouring
rain. My giant tube of boogers.
There's a boy on a western bay. Ships a day. Lonely sailors pass the town away and talk about their homes. And there's a girl in this harbor town, and she works.
What's up, man?
Laying whiskey down. They say, Brandy, fetch your mother round. She serves them whiskey and wine. They say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. Yeah, your eyes can steal a sailor from the sea. Brandy wears a braided chain made of finest silver from the north of Spain. A locket that bears the name of a man that Brandy loved. It came on a summer's day, bringing gifts from far away, but it made it clear he couldn't stay. The harbor was his home. The sailor said, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. But my life, my love, and my lady is the sea. Yeah, Brandy used to watch his eyes when he told his sailor story. She could feel the ocean flowing rise. She saw its raging glory, but he had always told the truth. All it was an honest man.
Thank you.
Brandy walks through a silent town and loves a man who's not
I'm not gonna put my family through that.
Can't hear him say, she hears him say, Brandy, you're a fine girl, what a good wife you would be. But my life, my love, and my life.
That's a game we're gonna watch.
I was walking down a one-way street, just a-looking. One woman,
Dang it.
who is looking for a man. Now I'm hoping, got the feeling it's right, and I'm wondering if you stay for the night. So I'm
10 o'clock.
I don't wanna be lonely, baby, please tell me. I wanna love you all over. Do you believe in love? Do you believe it's true? Do you believe
I think I had it on there at 10, right, Rev?
you better believe it too? Now the feeling is something you only know if you believe it.
Take my hand and I'll take your heart.
Come on. Now I wonder where does true love begin?
Lucky Man! What's up, buddy? What? Come here. Hey! You want a pretzel? You want a pretzel? Come here. Here, get it. Here. What? He is so damn cute. Yeah, we hang out and watch it. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. I know we talk through. I'm usually like modeling or whatever, but yes, we do talk through it. Voila. I've watched it. I think it's pretty cool. I've never been a race car guy.
Jesus steals the money from my hands. Some say he was a good man. Lord, I think he's sinned.
Yeah, yeah.
22 years of mental tears, cries suicidal Vietnam baby. Body losing war on a foreign shore to find his country didn't want him back. The bullets took his best friends in Saigon. I know he took his wife, his kids, no regrets. Anytime I don't remember, in a war he can't forget.
29.
For what I done there, 'cause I never meant the things I did. And give me something to believe in. If there's a Lord above, I give me something to believe in. Oh, Lord, arise. My best friend died, a lonely man. Some Palm Springs hotel room. I got the call last Christmas Eve. They told me the news. I tried all night not to break down and cry as the tears rolled down my face.
Yeah, put a new razor blade in. Oh, really? I think architecture is one of the coolest things ever. What an it's such a craft.
I give a song to believe in. I give a song to there's a Lord above. I give a song to believe in. I give a song to sometimes I wish to God I did.
Yeah, definitely the put a new blade in.
Things I didn't know, baby. Gotta take it.
Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I drive by the homeless sleeping on a cold dark street. Their bodies in an old bone grave. Underneath the broken old neon sign, it used to read Jesus says. I'm on the way to the rich folk, and I see how they're living it up. But while the poor they eat from heaven's mouth, rich drink from the golden cup. And it just makes me wonder why so many lose so few win. Give me something to believe in.
Yeah, if you can do it from a picture, Tom. Oh, damn it. That's why. Gosh, dog it. All right, screwed that one up, but not too bad.
Sometimes I wish I didn't know now things I didn't know then.
Oh, good. We got a troll. Hold on. I made this for you. Here you go.
Give me something to believe in.
You're muted now. No one can read anything you say, but you stay here and hang out. And that message right there is for you, brother.
almost heaven. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads.
Right. That's for you, champ.
To the place I belong.
Thanks for the viewer count, though.
West Virginia,
Idiot.
Mama, take me home. Country road.
Oh, that's cool, man. I appreciate that.
All my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water.
That was for you, big guy. Hey, Gare. How we looking, brother?
Misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road.
You're a funny guy, Bo.
I hear her voice in the morning hour. She calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia.
Hey, we're going to go with Kurt's crew. And I'm going to get t-shirts made. If that's all right with you guys.
Take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads.
That's fine. You can do whatever you want with it, Tom. I actually have somewhere around here the molds they did for the Museum of Science. What's up, Jersey Shore? We'll do, the crew will be a backwards K-R-E-W. Yeah, I have one of his paintings in my house, hanging in our house. Gorgeous. Did you guys see my new troll message? I had fun making it. Hey, T-Mac. Hey, Teresa. How you doing, darling?
Well, I'm taking my time, just moving along. You'll forget about me after I've been gone. And I take what I find, I don't want no more. It's just outside of your front door. It's been such a long time. It's been such a long time. I get so lonely when I am without you. But in my mind, deep in my mind, I can't forget about you.
So I finally got the paint in for the German tank and put the base coat on it. That bad boy is getting close. What's up, Joey? Welcome, brother. We're gonna have a good crowd for the game tonight. No. Gosh, dang it. Screwed that up 3 times in a row. That's hard to do. It's not hard to do camo. It's just involved, especially the German stuff. German stuff's pretty involved, but it's actually fun to do. It's pretty cool looking. That would be 41. Hopefully I can do this. What's up, Maine? Hey, drop your... Hey, tonight's game, you guys got to pay attention to how good our defense played. Oh, I know what it is. Hold on. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get on down here. Doggone it.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 71637400040 is not available. At the tone, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Bo, it's Mr. Schilling. Give me a call when you get a minute. Are they up? Good. Yeah, Pasta's stud.
Hey, you out there in the cold, getting old, can you feel me? Hey, you standing in the aisles with itchy feet and fading smiles, can you feel me? Hey, you don't help them to bury the lie. Don't give in without a fight. Out there on your own, sitting naked by the phone, will you touch me?
Hey, you.
With your ear against the wall, waiting for someone
No.
to call out.
Bo Holland, son of a former teammate.
Hey, you, would you help me to carry the stone? Open your heart, I'm coming home. was only fantasy. The wall was too high, as you can see. No matter how he tried, he could not break free. And the walls ate into his brain.
Hey, Shill.
What's up, you big-headed bitch?
How you doing, brother?
Good, how are you? What are you doing?
Nothing, just watching that hockey game.
Yeah, Pasternak's a stud, isn't he?
Yeah, outdoor games are pretty neat.
Yeah, the players love it and hate it because it's so damn cold. But
yeah, and the ice was in kind of bad condition, too.
oh, it was horrible. Last night they had to sit for 8 hours. Can you imagine? Well, it reminded me of the 4 a.m. Padre game.
Yeah.
They had to.
True.
Did you see it last night? They had to stop the game for 8 hours.
Yeah, they picked it back up at midnight, but they didn't play it here. It wasn't on. I couldn't get
Oh,
it
they
on.
didn't?
And I bought the NHL network, so we're getting all the games.
Yeah, greatest
I couldn't
sport.
get that back on.
Dude, tell me you wouldn't have had fun playing that sport.
Oh, yeah. Well, we grew up playing that. So.
Well, but I'm saying, like, just think about that. You get paid to punch people. Like,
we love it. There's no bullshit with the anthem. And
Yeah,
respect
yeah,
and,
yeah.
When there's a problem, these guys
Yeah.
just drop the gloves and go.
Yeah.
So we stopped watching basketball because of that.
Yeah, I haven't watched a second of basketball. I can't watch that dumbass sport. Hey, listen, I called Bo. I'm doing Game 5 tonight of the NLCS.
Oh, okay.
So make sure Bo gets you at 10 o'clock our time.
I'll be on.
Yeah, you gotta. So I'm on Haps TV. Just you don't have to do anything. Just sign up. You can find me on there and then follow me and just tune into the stream.
Okay.
And
That's
then
what I'll do. I didn't know what time.
Yeah, it's at 10 o'clock.
With that.
Yeah, it's at 10 o'clock.
Okay, and I'm gonna mail. That's your home address.
That's the home address, brother. Hey, listen, real quick. I'm planning on coming down to the house. It looks like the week after I have this charity tournament, which will be like the week of the 10th to 15th of March.
Okay.
And I'm bringing my oldest. What I'm going to plan on doing is like the last day, we'll leave there, come down to your place, for a day or whatever, and then turn around and go home from there.
Okay.
And then that way I can set. What? Huh?
Well, yeah, whatever works.
Yeah, and that way I can set that day up to be so it's a day when Bo throws on the side. And
that would be great.
Yeah, we'll just go from there.
I talked to the coach about you maybe wanting to talk to Steve. He was all loved it because he's a big fan of yours.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, I'd love to. I'd love
guy.
to. Yeah, that'd be great. If the timing works out, that'd be awesome. I mean, I'm going to be down there permanently, so, we'll have more than enough opportunity. But if it works out that I can do it this time, that'd be awesome.
Okay, and you're thinking of coming here
the week.
What day did you say?
I'm thinking that we're going to head down to Tennessee on the week of the 15th, or the 10th to the 10th to the 15th, somewhere in that week.
Okay. All right, so maybe you can you'll come down one of the days. You'll shoot down here.
Yeah, what I'll probably end up doing is I'll finish up in Tennessee and then just come down there for the day and then turn around and go home from there because I'm going to have Garrett with me.
Oh yeah, but he could stay here.
We may end up staying for a night or whatever. Depends on how we feel and how things are going. But that's the initial plan.
Let me know if you're not comfortable here. I'll get you a room.
Yeah.
In Marriott.
Yeah, I'd probably.
Right up the road, we got.
Yeah, I'm sure I'd be real.
We got a hotel right in the town here.
Yeah, I'd really be uncomfortable at your house.
Oh, well, I hope not.
Idiot.
Okay, well, good. And that address is not address then for that.
It is. Yeah, that's our. Yes, it is my Mass address.
Okay, so you do live in Mass. Okay,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I'll mail a couple things up.
Awesome.
I'll get it out tomorrow or Tuesday. I'll just 2-day it.
Awesome. So,
Okay,
all right. Hey, you're gonna laugh your ass off tonight watching this game.
Yeah, look forward to
Yeah.
it, and I'll tell Bo to get me hooked up 10
Yep.
o'clock, right?
Yep.
Okay, Shill.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you.
Okay, talk to you during the week.
All
Good
right.
luck tonight.
All right, Headley. I'll be fine. Hey, I'll be fine as long as they leave me in the ninth and don't bring Mitch in. I'll be good.
That's right.
Hey, I'll talk to you. All right.
Okay.
Later.
See you, brother.
All right.
Bye.
41. That was Dave Hollins, one of my favorite teammates ever, and by far the toughest teammate I ever had in my life. By far. Yeah, that was Dave Hollins, my former teammate in Philadelphia. And I'm not exaggerating when I say toughest. And the most intense.
Same old story all over again.
Hey, Trumpy, you only learned that lesson once.
I wanna love you. I wanna make you mine. Won't you lay it on the line? I'm trying to play it, foolish game. Tired of holding up my say.
Oh, tough dude. That guy had broke his hamate bone in his hand, and 17 days later was playing with the stitches and the pins sticking out of his thumb. That tough. And I watched him drag Frank Castillo around the turf like a carpet cleaner during a brawl one time. It was awesome. No, he was from Buffalo. He lives down in Georgia now.
Don't waste my time. You got no right, make me wait. Let's talk about yesterday. Never ever thought you could be so wrong. Won't you let it on the line? Let it on the line. Let it on the line.
They're already.
Let it on the line.
Oh, he was ripped. No, not yet, Trumpy. I'm going to wait for the replacement wire that I need before I do anything else.
I curse the dark and I pray for the light. And sometimes the light's no consolation. I can't find the memory of freedom working not do to me. And the tears and the sweat only mark my desperation.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm the boy next door. The one you thought so easy to ignore. Is that what I was fighting for? Walking on the thin line, straight off the front line, level the streets, loose on the streets of the city. Walking on the thin line, angry all the time. Take a look at my face, see what it's doing to me. Taught me how to shoot to kill, a specialist with a deadly skill. To be a survivor. Stepping out of sunset. Sometimes it don't work out that way. 'Cause you're never the same when you've been a fighter. No. Don't you know me? I'm the boy next door. The one you find so easy to ignore. Is that what I was fighting for? Walking on a thin line, straight off the front line, level the streets, loose on the streets of the city. Walking on a thin line, angry all the time. Take a look at my face, see what it's done to me. Don't you know me? I'm the boy next door. The one you find so easy to ignore. Is that what I was fighting for? No. Walking on a thin line, straight off the front line, level the streets, loose on the streets of the city. Walking on a thin line, angry all the time. Take a look at my face, see what it's doing to me. Walking on a thin line, walking on a thin line, walking on a thin line. You, this is the right thing to do. How can I ever change things that I feel?
I love Jordan Peterson.
If I could, maybe I
what a smart man.
How can I, when you won't take it from me? You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way. Go your own way. Tell me why everything turned around. Backing up, checking up, so you won't do. If I could, open up, everything's waiting for you. You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way.
That's the same way. Every time I hear Viva Las Vegas, I think of Ocean's 11.
Go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day.
I'm getting something on my end, Rev. Just did it again.
But I still and burn like fire. This burning desire I have spoken with a tongue of angels. I have held and the devil was
Any of you guys see the Facebook post I made today about the guy talking about margarine and vegans? Holy crap, what that price is. Hey, Harry.
I have a hair my time, but baby just looks so right. Like every guillotine, gotta have it on the two. No, I got some of you, but that's alright, cause we're looking as good as me. Well, we're down in a place that really didn't look that bad. I have a whiskey on the rocks and chicken jug and I'm on the jukebox. Well, I put the corner right into that game. But all we played was this song. Come on, baby, let's get out of here right away. We're gonna rock this town, rock it inside out. We're gonna rock this town, make them scream and shout. Let's rock, and rock on. Rock, Timmy Papa gonna rock, Timmy Papa gonna rock this town, rock it inside out. Well, we're having a ball just bumping on the big dance floor. Well, it's a real square candy, it's in 1974. Well, yeah, look at me once, you look at me twice, look at me again, and it's gonna be fine. We're gonna rock this town, we're gonna rip this place apart. We're gonna rock this town, rock it inside out. We're gonna rock this town, think of scream and shout. Let's rock, 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 me rock, gonna rock, TV Papa gonna rock, TV Papa gonna rock this town, rock this place apart. We're gonna rock this town, rock it inside out. We're gonna rock this town, think of the screen and shout. Let's rock, rock, rock it, rock, gonna rock to it, Papa gonna rock to it, Papa gonna rock this town, rock it inside out. We're gonna rock this town, rock it inside out. We're gonna rock this town, rock it inside out.
I don't know. I mean, if you can run a business and not have to pay exorbitant amounts of rent and still get the same productivity, that's like a no-brainer, right? It's going to crush the real estate market, business real estate.
It was 1989, my thoughts were short, my hair was long, caught somewhere between a boy and man. She was 17 and she was far from in between. It was summertime in northern Michigan. Splashing through the sandbar, talking by the campfire. It's the simple things in life like anywhere. We didn't have no internet, but man, I never will forget the way the moonlight shined on her head. And we were trying different things, and we were smoking funny things, making love out by the lake to our favorite song. Sipping whiskey out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow. Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Catching walleye from the dock, watching the waves roll off the rocks. She'll forever hold a spot inside my soul. We blister in the sun, we couldn't wait for night to come to hit that sandy place of rock and roll. While we were trying different things, and we were smoking funny things, making love out by the lake to our favorite song. Sipping whiskey out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow. Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long.
Excuse me.
Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Nothing seems as strange as when the leaves begin to change, or how we thought those days would never end. Sometimes I hear that song and I'll start to sing along, that girl again. And you might try in different things, but you were slowly running things, making love out there when they to our favorite song. Sipping whiskey out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow. Singing Sweet Home Alabama, so long.
And so did we. That's why
Game 5 was make or break for the Philadelphia Phillies, who hoped the playoff spotlight wouldn't fade on them. Even with Atlanta's John Smoltz cruising along, there would be no Philly fade on this night. True playoff intensity, and along with it, unlikely heroes. Well hit base hit. And the Phillies take a 2-1 lead on a single by the pitcher, Danny Jackson. The 2-2, breaking ball to strike him out.
What a huge game he pitched.
Fly ball to left. Thompson still going back. And the ball, great leaping catch. And one last chance for Atlanta. They're going to run the guard. Davies gets in the back of line. This series is even at 2 wins apiece.
I'm not going to start again. I'm just getting.
CBS Sports welcomes you to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium for Game 5 of the National League Championship Series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves.
The 93 Blue Jays.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Atlanta. I'm Sean McDonough, along with Tim McCarver, and it's great to have you with us for Game 5. This series is indeed dead even at 2 wins apiece following last night's thrilling 2-1 victory for Philadelphia. A game featured by 26 men left on base, a league championship series record. And it was one of those nights when the little plays were really the big plays.
Yeah, Sean, it said that in baseball, if you do the routine things routinely and you have the talent, you're going to win your fair share of the games. Well, the Phillies last night, they messed up 2 routine plays, but it took a spectacular play by Mitch Williams in the ninth to bail them out. First routine play, sacrifice situation with the Phillies trailing by 1 in the 7th inning. Otis Nixon lays down a bunt. John Kruk looks to second. He finally throws to first. Nixon appeared to have the plate beaten, but the Phillies got the call. Bottom of the 9th inning, same guy, Otis Nixon against Mitch Williams this time. Runner at first base, sacrifice situation, and watch Mitch Williams. He should have gloved the ball and taken the sure out, but he tried to barehand it. Runners at first and second and nobody out, and that set the stage for the
No, that's not true, Rich.
play. Mitch Williams with the
That's not
scoop.
true.
Kim Baptiste at third with the stretch, and then Ron Gant hit into the game-ending double play, and the Phillies won a remarkable game last night.
So now it's on to Game 5, the last game in the series to be played in Atlanta. And we have a pitching rematch of Game 1. Curt Schilling, who was brilliant in Game 1, he'll be opposed by Steve Avery. And we'll have the first pitch from Atlanta Fulton County Stadium right after this.
All right, how do I get this thing to stop? Auto-focusing. What? There we go. The light out of it. About 15 minutes, we'll start.
We were trying different things, and we were smoking funny things, making love out by the lake to our favorite song. Sipping whiskey out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow. Singing Sweet Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Singing 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 home, Sweet Home Alabama, yeah. Through on a wooden cross, blackbird in the barn. 400 acres that used to be my farm. Grew up like my daddy did, my grandpa tilled this land. When I was 5, I walked the fence while grandpa held my hand. Rain on the scarecrow, blood on the plow. This land for the nation, this land made me proud. Son, I'm just sorry, there's no legacy for you now. Rain on the scarecrow, blood on the plow. Rain on the scarecrow, blood on the plow. Crops grew last summer, weren't enough to pay the loan. Couldn't buy the sea land to spring. Found the bank foreclosed. Come on, friend, shipment up to auction off the land.
Now, it wasn't a push button, but that was the least.
They call it your job, oh, hard, sure don't make it right. If you want me to, I'll say it for your soul tonight. Grandma's on the front porch with the Bible in her hand. Sometimes I hear her singing, take me to the promised land. You take away man's dignity, get where you still surprised. Blood on the scarecrow, blood on the plow. Blood on the scarecrow, blood on the plow. It's 97 crosses, planted in the courthouse yard. 97 families, who lost 97 farms. I think about my grandpa, my neighbors and my name. Some nights I feel like dying, like I still go in the rain. Rain on the state road, blood on the plow. This land for the nation, yeah, this land makes me proud. Son, I'm just sorry, it's just memories for me now. Rain on the scarecrow, blood on the plow. Rain on the scarecrow, blood on the plow. Rain on the scarecrow, blood on the plow. This land for the nation, this land makes me so proud. Son, I'm just sorry, it's memories for me now. Rain on the scarecrow, blood on the plow. Rain on the scarecrow, blood on the plow.
Teamwork works peace. Here's another one. Stay on track and celebrate all
but now
She is going to Team 5 tonight.
seasons don't feel the reaper, nor do the wind, the sun, or the rain. Need I say, come on, baby, don't feel the reaper. Baby, take my hand, don't feel the reaper. We'll be able to fly, don't feel the reaper. Baby, I'm coming. Valentine, here but now they're gone. Romeo and Juliet are together in eternity. Romeo and 40,000 men and women every day. Romeo and 40,000 men and women every day. 40,000 coming every day. Come on, baby, don't feel the reaper. Baby, take my hand, don't feel the reaper. We'll be able to fly, don't feel the reaper. Baby, I'm coming. La, 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 la.
Hey, Matt, what's up, brother? So guys, Dave Hollins is going to be watching the game tonight with us. He probably won't chime in at all. He's not a talkative guy, but just so he'll be on. We'll start right at 10, about 5 minutes.
Championship Series is brought to you by Toyota, reminding you to always buckle up. Do it for those who love you. Priority mail from the United States Postal Service. We deliver for you. And by today's Duracell, the copper top battery.
Everyone knows Duracell batteries last a real long time, but why? Hey, Kristen, does that science course teach you why these batteries last so long? What? Never mind. My wife's speaking these consumerist issues. Hey, honey, these Duracell...
Yeah.
Not the right time. Oh, there's a clue. Hey, TJ.
What?
Too young. Think I'll go on a little quest. Find out why these Duracell batteries last so long, even if it takes me to the end of the block. Oh, my know-it-all neighbor, Jerry. Hey, Jer!
Duracell, no other battery lasts longer.
And I'm going to find out why. So, Mike, you're one of the last in the neighborhood pharmacists, I guess.
That is correct.
Seems you only carry Duracell batteries back there.
That is correct.
Figure out what makes them last so long.
It's a mystery. Someday I'm going to solve it. But they're so dependable that there's no question or doubt I haven't any hesitation whatsoever in selling them.
Any other kind of product in here you'd equate with Duracell batteries?
None whatsoever.
Nothing else in the stores is reliable.
Nothing.
Not even you.
Well, I am.
Duracell, no other battery lasts longer.
That is correct.
But why? Hold on. I'll just overnight the package.
Yeah, sure. Overnight it. Might as well overnight it.
Overnight this.
Overnight.
Sometimes overnight is overkill. So kick the habit with Priority Mail from the Postal Service. It's not overnight, but it's fast delivery, special handling, and 2 pounds is only $2.90. When overnight is overdoing it, remember, we deliver for you. Call and we'll start today.
They can't speak, but still, they can tell us a lot. At Lexus, we're using advanced crash dummies equipped with a dozen computerized sensors, all to learn more about what happens in an accident. We're rather proud of our dummies. The better the dummy, the better the car.
Welcome back to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. Here is the lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies with manager Jim Fregosi. Lenny Dykstra leads off in center field. Batting second, the second baseman, Mariano Duncan. John Kruk is the first baseman, hitting third. The cleanup hitter is third baseman Dave Hollins. Batting fifth and doing the catching, Darren Dalton. Pete Incaviglia hits sixth in left field. The right fielder, Wes Chamberlain, bats seventh. The shortstop, Kevin Stucker, hits eighth. And the pitcher, Kurt Schilling, bats ninth.
The defense for the Atlanta Braves finds Ron Gant in left field, Otis Nixon in center, and David Justice in right field. Terry Pendleton has had a terrific defensive series as well as offensive. Jeff Bowser
just jinxed him.
Mark Lemke drove in the only run last night. He's at second. Fred McGriff at first base. And Damon Berryhill once again behind the plate with Steve Avery on the mound. 18-6 during the year. And in his only start, that was back on In game 1, he pitched 6 innings, giving up 5 hits and 3 runs while walking 4 and striking out 5. Poison Avery, as Andy Van Slyke of the Pirates calls it.
We are pleased to be joined again here in Atlanta today by our colleague Jim Gray. Jim?
Sean, last night in the 6th inning, catcher Greg Olson was hit by a pitch and he landed on his left wrist. Well, this morning he went to the hospital for x-rays. Those x-rays proved to be negative, but Olson told me he's in a tremendous amount of pain. Will only be able to play today in an emergency, and said that if he does play, it probably won't be very effective. He did take a shot of cortisone, however. And that poses quite a dilemma for the Braves.
Wow, that's setting yourself up, huh?
Run for Damon Berryhill. Or if Berryhill himself gets hurt, that leaves them with just Francisco Cabrera. So the Braves find themselves in a rather precarious position. Sean?
Thank you, Jim.
Francisco Cabrera is a catcher used sparingly by Bobby Cox. And as Bobby put it to us today, the backup catcher is Bill Pacoda, who has caught only 1 game in his major league career.
Cox said he couldn't remember the last time Francisco Cabrera had to catch an inning. Lenny Dykstra ready to get this one started on an overcast.
Dude!
Good afternoon. Again on the cool side here in Atlanta. The lights are on as the ball game begins. Dykstra 5 for 16 in the league championship series. He was on base 4 times last night with 2 walks and 2 singles. First pitch of game 5 is popped up in foul ground and out of play. Back into the seats.
Lenny trying to jump ship.
Behind the plate, he was booed lustily when the umpires were introduced as a result of his miscall at first base last night. Joe West at first, Bruce Preming at second, Frank Pulley at third, Terry Tata along the left field line, and Jim Quick has the calls in right. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball low and away. You made an interesting observation just before we came on the air about the crowd. It is a very
this kid was special, Avery.
Tension in the air now that the Phillies are right back in the series, even with the Braves following their win last night.
I think any team playing in front of their home crowd and any team that blows a lot of opportunities to break the game open like the Braves did last night, and you end up losing the game, then the crowd becomes very tentative. And that's not to say the Phillies didn't have their chances to break it open, stranding 15.
They left 15 and the Braves left 11. Breaking the record, men left on base by 2 teams in a 9-inning game in a league championship series. It was only set days ago in game 1 of the ALCS between Toronto and Chicago. Those 2 teams have the off day. It's the travel day in the American League. Game 6 of the ALCS tomorrow, back in Chicago. Avery's 1-2. Otis Nixon a late start. Now he charges on. He makes the basket catch high for the first down of the ballgame.
I think Otis had a snow cone in that basket, too. Carrying the basket low. Watch the white of the ball trickle out of that glove. He almost dropped it. It is easier to see today, however. It's an overcast day, and the players at this time of year have a very difficult time.
Yeah, Maddox broke his wrist.
No problems today, nor will the hitters.
I could bunt.
Mariano Duncan back in the lineup. He looked at strike 1. Duncan 3 for 10 of the series. 2 of his hits triples in game 3. 2 triples in the same game, the league championship series record. Duncan has been bothered lately by a rib cage muscle strain on his left side. That was one of the factors in Jim Fragosi's decision to play Mickey Morandini at second base last night. The 0-2. Duncan in.
That is one pitch that Mariano Duncan will not hit, holding his bat that low. And that's why the Braves trying to go up the ladder on Duncan. Reminds you a lot of Eric Davis, the way he holds his bat.
Base hit.
That ball was down around the hands. The 0-2 pitch was up around the letters. Anybody who holds that bat
no, not a fan.
Fastball. This fastball is right
At
about
all.
the hands. He breaks his bat in the process and gets the first hit of the game.
Duncan at first with one out. Just underway in the top of the first, no score.
Crucky!
Kruk, who struck out 4 times last night, setting a record for most strikeouts in a 9-inning league championship series game, and it was the first time in his major league career that Kruk had fanned 4 times in a ballgame. Avery missed with ball 1 to Kruk. John 0 for 5 with those 4 strikeouts last night, prompting his manager Jim Fregosi to ask him after the game, what was it like to have 5 at-bats against Randy Johnson? I recall Kruk's memorable at-bat against Randy Johnson in the All-Star game after Johnson sailed the pitch over Kruk's head. The Krucker bailed out a couple of times, quite feebly, and marked after that Randy Johnson was ever traded to the National League. John Kruk would retire.
John has such a remarkable disposition and an
Loves
ability to forget a game like last night. And you really have to.
Jerry Crawford sucked this game too, by the way.
He had been the Phillies' best hitter in this series prior to last night. Before Game 1, John Kruk was asked to talk about Steve Avery, and this is a direct quote. He's 16 years old, throws 95 miles per hour, great breaking ball, great changeup, and he throws everything for strikes. Other than that, he's nothing special. Well, I guess he's actually 18 now. I don't think he shaves yet. He makes me feel old when I get out there. That's down the right field line, a fair ball. Justice on the warning track had to play it off the wall. Duncan is being waved in. Lemke with the relay from the plate, not in time. And the Phillies lead 1-0 on a double by John Kruk.
Larry Bowa, the third base coach of the Phillies, has made several decisions on the line in this series, and this is one of them. Watch him waving Duncan, and watch Berryhill try to stick his left shin guard over the plate and ward Duncan off to the dugout side. This is one reason why it is bad to hook slide into a catcher. If you hook slide, a catcher simply spins you off the plate. That straight slide and use your foot kind of to kick the shin guard away allows you to score, and that's what Duncan did.
So the Phillies off to a quick 1-0 lead on a single by Duncan and a double by Kruk, and the batter is Dave Holland. 3 for 14 in the series, 1 for 4 last night. He struck out 3 times last night. Phillies win 2-1 in Game 4, despite leaving 15 men on base and despite striking out 15 times as a team. Jim Fregosi said, if you told me before the series that we'd win the 2 one-run games and the Braves would win the 2 blowouts, I would have told you were crazy. Good breaking ball. Collins couldn't get to it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Despite the quote by John Kruk, Steve Avery is actually 23 years old. Broke in the major leagues at age 20. He's from Taylor, Michigan. Still makes his home in Taylor. Two balls and 2 strikes. Dave Hollins.
It's a big league mullet, Headley.
Cox's Game 5 starting pitcher Steve Avery. Well, the count 2-2. And now the count is full with Darren Dalton on deck. Pitching coach Leo Mazzoni. Animated last night at a couple of calls that he felt didn't go the Braves' way. The Braves had very little to say about the umpiring after the game, and none of what they had to say was controversial. Lemke under the pop-up. Certainly the Titans took the high road. Bobby Cox said about the call at first base on the bunt play, the call by Terry Crawford. That wasn't the determining factor in us winning or losing the game. We had a million chances to score, and we didn't do it.
Oh, we have a chance. Let's take take one more look at the way Duncan kicks the shin guard of Damon Berryhill out of the way and goes right through it. You can't try to go around it. Berryhill's too big.
He's a hell of a manager.
Darren Dalton, the hitter. Fastball in for strike one.
Further elaborating on Jerry Crawford, he felt that Jerry knew that he missed the call, and that's why he wasn't vehement when he went out to argue the call with Jerry Crawford.
In the dirt. And Crook gets to third. He'll get there without a throw. Berryhill blocked the ball in the dirt up the first baseline. And Crook was off quickly, so he's at third with 2 outs in the first inning.
Base runners trying to anticipate a ball in the dirt. And if they go immediately, even on a short wild pitch, they can advance, and Crook did.
It has been scored a wild pitch. Dalton just 1 for 12 in the series. He did, however, walk 4 times in last night's ball game, and that's a league championship series record for a 9-inning game. So
I played 22 years in the big leagues, and there was no one in my career that ever came close to him as a clubhouse leader. None.
Interesting to note that Steve Avery only had 3 wild pitches all season, and he's had 2 in 7 innings in this playoff series.
Fastball inside. Should Dalton reach Pete Cavilla, would be the 6th man of the first inning. The Phillies lead 1-0 on an RBI double by John Kruk, who stands at third with 2 outs. The payoff pitch to Dalton. Dribble foul.
Best pitching coach that Johnny made my career.
A 3-2 changeup to a left-handed batter. Most left-handed pitchers stay away from that pitch because to throw it effectively, usually it's down and into a left-hander, and that's a very vulnerable area. Almost all left-handers can hit that pitch. That is a new wrinkle in Avery's arsenal this year.
And he lost off a bunch of the breaking ball and missed way outside low. 4 walks to Dalton last night, and Dalton walks his first time up this afternoon. Philadelphia with first and third and 2 outs. And the 6th batter of the first inning is Pete Cavilla,
Inky,
who homered off Steve Avery in Game 1. The solo homer. One of Incavilla's 2 hits in the series.
What was John? I love John Lester. What was Boa like? He was a miserable bastard.
At the expense of Avery. He's only had 19 career at-bats.
I don't think I ever saw him smile in his entire career. Jerry Crawford sucks. This game.
He had 13 home runs during the regular season against left-handed pitching. In the National League, only Matt Williams and Barry Bonds, the Giants, had more home runs off lefties. Off the end of the bat, 1 ball, 1 strike.
We had about as good a platoon in our outfield corners as anybody has ever had in baseball.
There's no place in the ballpark that Pete Cavilla cannot hit a ball out of. 5 home runs to right, 5 to center, 14 to left field. And his home run off Avery at the vet to straightaway center.
Fastball just below the belt for strike 2. The 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a foul straight back and out of play. I mentioned that Avery broke into the big leagues at age 20. It's in his 3rd postseason. He says he's more nervous now than he was 2 years ago pitching in the postseason. He said a couple of years ago I was too young to realize what was going on. Now I realize how important these games are.
I can understand that.
The 1-2. Breaking ball dug out of the dirt by Berryhill.
I think when you're young and you're playing in postseason play, you think that the playoffs and the World Series is just an extension of the season.
No, you don't.
But then you find out the importance of it, and from the neck up, it becomes a big thing.
1-0 Phillies. They're batting in the first with first and third and 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch. And Camellia fought it off.
Look at Inky battling.
And the count is full.
Very good, Avery.
And first, Dalton will be off.
Inky saw lefties so well.
As a result, McGriff has moved a step or two behind Barrett. John Crook is the runner at third. The 3-2 pitch. He's struck out. Pitch on the strike zone. First strikeout for Steve Avery. But the Phillies are first on the board this afternoon, 1-0 after it happens.
From the instant you begin until you're over the top, there are no words to describe it. But if you're lucky enough to try it, then you'll know what the others know. The Toyota 4x4.
Letterman, catch actor Matt Dillon, and comedian George Miller.
Bad reception? It could be your Phil.
This President's Day, uncover some of our nation's makers, like the proud men and women who create our mattresses.
For fillings.
Bobby Cox has Otis Nixon leading off this afternoon, playing center field. Jeff Blauser is batting second at shortstop. Ron Gant hits third and left field. The cleanup hitter is first baseman Fred McGriff.
That lineup stacked, boy.
David Justice. Terry Pendleton at third base hits 6. The catcher Damon Berryhill bats 7. Mark Lemke at second base hits 8. And the pitcher Steve Avery bats 9.
And it is not a good defensive outfield for the Phillies. Pete Incaviglia has misplayed a couple of balls in this series. Len Dykstra at center and Wes Chamberlain at right. David Hollins at third. Kevin Stocker at short. Mariano Duncan back in there at second base. John Crook at first. Darren Dalton behind the plate, and Kurt Schilling also started game 1. He struck out the first 5 batters and only the 4th pitcher in postseason play to do that in the history of the game.
And Otis Nixon leads off. He chopped the first pitch to short, and Kevin Stocker throws it out. I mentioned it's a little bit on the cool side here today. 62 degrees the game time temperature. The breeze blowing out to center field at 10 miles per hour. We saw in game 3, the day game here, that with the breeze blowing out during the day, the ball frequently gets a push. Ball didn't carry particularly well last night. Jeff Blauser was 0 for 4 last night, now 4 for 17 in the series. He had a tough time with Schilling in game 1. He went 0 for 4 against Kirk, struck out 3 times.
Yeah, he's had a tough time with
I don't know what that comparison means.
3 for 26 in regular season play. We talked about Kurt Schilling, only the 4th pitcher in postseason play to open a game with 5 straight strikeouts, and look at the company. Wow.
2 balls and a strike on Blauser.
Bubble did it for the 33 in the 33 series for the Giants. Sandy Koufax for the Dodgers in 1963 against the Yankees. And Nolan Ryan with Jim Fregosi as his manager in 1979 for the Angels.
Down the right field line, Chamberlain on the run, has to put on the mound. He made an excellent play with the bare hand to hold Blauser to a long opposite field single.
Well, what happens is I think Chamberlain softened the hop with his body, cradles the ball, grabs it. You see how he pushed the ball to his hip? Then he grabbed the ball, Grabbed it across seams. That's what all players try to do. They try to get the ball across seams. It's almost like a four-seam fastball that all defensive players try to throw because that's the straightest one they can throw. Good play by Chamberlain.
Phillies lead 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Ron Gant with a swing and a miss for strike one.
This is what every defensive player tries to hold the ball. That's how they try to hold the ball, to throw it straight. And usually they try to get it there when they make the transfer from the glove to the hand.
Oh, 2. Like John Kruk, the number 3 hitter for Philadelphia, Ron Gant had a very tough night last night. He went 0 for 5. And is 0 for his last 8. And in this series, Ron is just 1 for 11 with runners on base. All 3 of his runs batted in this series came on 1 hit. A bases loaded double in game 2. Schilling's 0-2 pitch. It's just outside.
Jerry Crawford.
Schilling was tremendous in game 1, did not factor in the decision. His wife Shonda said that Kurt was as nervous as she has ever seen him for game 1.
Great teammate.
That's from the right. Routine fly for Chamberlain. 2 down, Blauser back to first as the sun tries to make its appearance here this afternoon. Been cloudy all day here in Atlanta, but here in the mid-afternoon, the sun has broken through. And that's analogous to the season the Braves had. A little bit cloudy till this man stepped up to the plate in an Atlanta uniform. Fred McGriff, 8 for 18 in the series, 2 for 4 last night. He's hit in every game.
What a monster pickup this guy was. Monster.
1-0 Philadelphia. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Jeff Blauser is aboard at first.
This guy should be in the Hall of Fame, by the way.
I think McGriff had one of the more interesting comments about Curt Schilling after game 1. He said that he was wild in the strike zone, which means that Schilling was moving the ball around, up and down, in and out, working a masterly game.
That was a rocket.
Blauser is being waved in. Stalker with the play, and he is no call yet. He didn't tag him. Out of the play.
What a play.
Missed the tag originally, but Blauser missed the play. And they cut down the run at home. After 1 inning in Atlanta.
Atta boy. Fighting Phil's defense.
Toyota proudly presents All-Around Champions. Everyone feels great when they've accomplished something important.
However, Dalton tags Blauser right there. So he makes the tag.
That's in Jerry missing it.
Gave no call. So therefore, Dalton went back to tag him. So it was really a double play on Blauser there.
Yes, it was. 9-6-2. Excellent execution by the Phillies, although Chamberlain actually threw the ball over the head of the first cutoff man, Duncan. It was Stockard who executed the relay throw to Dalton. And Wes Chamberlain leads off. Looked at a breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1. If you're scoring, it was only a single for Fred McGriff. He never went to second base, despite the fact the ball hit off the top of the wall and right and missed by a couple of feet, being a home run.
And that's poor base running because Fred McGriff knows how hard he hit the ball. He knows Blauser's speed. He realizes there could be a play at the plate. And if nothing else, he'd be happy to have them cut the ball off make a play on him at second base so Blauser could score. That ball missed by about 2 feet from going out of this ballpark.
It's a rocket.
It's a single on it.
1-0 Philadelphia. Each team had 2 hits in the first. Chamberlain, Stocker, and Schilling. The bottom third of the order against Avery. Watch the right side of your screen and you'll see how close this came to being a home run. It's just below that yellow line that runs across the top of the fence. Avery threw 33 pitches in the first inning.
Chili World.
And he's gone full with a lead-off batter, Chamberlain. And he struck him out. For the first down of the inning. And the second strikeout of the afternoon for Steve Avery.
That's a changeup from Avery, the new pitch that he came up with. Whenever you see a pitcher hold the ball with the last 3 fingers, what he's doing is choking the ball, and a hitter has an inclination.
No, he was 90 to 92.
Of the pitcher, the ball's not
He could get it up there every now and then, but he was a low 90s guy. Had just such a great changeup.
Avery looking in at Kevin Stocker, the rookie shortstop. Ball 1. Stocker 4 for 15. He had a big at-bat last night in the 4th inning. Delivered a sacrifice fly that knocked in the first run for Philadelphia. Sharply hit, but right into shortstop Blauser. 2 outs. As we noted earlier, today is a travel day in the American League Championship Series. They get back after each other tomorrow night at Comiskey Park, 8:12 Eastern Time. The first pitch, baseball 93 on the air at 8 o'clock. Blue Jays
no.
best of 7, 3-2.
Oh, what a swing.
1 strike of Kurt Schilling, who went 0 for 3 in game 1. All of those at-bats against Steve Avery. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Think about Avery and his remarkable year. He was 18-6, but the Braves were 28-7 in his 35 starts. Which means
Randy was a really nice guy. Horrible umpire.
No decisions. Everybody talks in baseball about how well
My fastball.
no decisions. You have to distinguish
Probably.
what kind of no decisions they were, and his were great.
God, Jerry Crawford's terrible. It doesn't become a problem until the 9th inning when he screws me.
John Smoltz, who pitched well last night in defeat for Atlanta. Bobby Cox said Smoltz couldn't have thrown any better. John did not allow an earned run last night. Both Philadelphia runs were unearned. The Phillies lead 1-0 here in the top of the second. The 2-2 pitch. And Schilling just did get a piece of it.
John, that error by Mark Lemke last night, the only error in the series by the Braves, and boy, was it costly. And a rare one for him also.
Still 2-2.
What an at-bat. Battling.
Schilling at 147 during the regular season. He had 11 hits and 75 at bat.
It was a hard 147, though.
And he's making Avery work. Steve tries to have a 1-2-3 inning, and he could use a quick inning after the 33 pitches in the first. To the breaking ball on the miss.
Spit on that.
Schilling has worked the count call. And he sends it right here.
Funny how you went to your left to get it, and I went to my right to get out of the way.
Yeah, I wanted that one. That was soft enough that a play could have been made.
Trust me, none of it was soft.
Certainly nothing soft about that.
Bastard.
Finally, Avery goes away Schilling after an inning and a half, 1-0 Phillies.
I think Inky makes a good play here.
For $19.95 shipping, use your credit card and call
Mel Allen.
1-800-671-2233. That's 1-800-671-2233.
For those of you old enough to remember This Week in Baseball.
A message from Major League Baseball.
Sean McDonough and Tim McCarver and Jim Gray at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium for Game 5 of the National League Championship Series. The series tied at 2 wins apiece. And the Phillies lead this afternoon 1-0 after an inning and a half on an RBI double by John Kruk. Knocked in Mariano Duncan. The Braves had a runner cut down to the plate in their half of the first. In the second, they'll send Justice, Pendleton, and Berryhill up against Kurt Schilling. Justice 3 for 15, but bear in mind he started the series 0 for 9. So, if I do the math quickly, he's 3 for his last 6.
Got it.
Including 2 for 4 last night. Big rip and a miss. And Justice is in the hole 0-2.
Well, that's what pitchers try to do. They try to crowd David Justice because of the extension of one of the sweetest swings around.
Schilling got him on 3 pitches for the first out of the second and the first strikeout of the afternoon for Kurt Schilling.
For hitters like Justice, they're pitched inside so often and they become so conscious of that pitch that they can't handle the one away from them.
So not true.
It's a 4-seam fastball. That one that goes away from the left-handed batters.
No, it actually doesn't.
Is a 2-seam
4-seam fast. No, that's not true either. Tim was wrong like 12 times right there.
Took ball 1 low and in. He's had an excellent series.
Defense came up huge in this game for me, for us.
Including 5 runs batted in, a series high.
I was never comfortable facing this guy.
John Kruk for most runs batted in the series with Kruk's RBI in the first inning. Kurt Schilling's an interesting fella. He is a student of World War II history. Once compared Tony La Russa to generals from World War II. That's down the left field line and foul. Kurt is a collector of baseball memorabilia. He raises Rottweilers. And he is reported to own a Lamborghini that once belonged to Jose Canseco. But he won't talk about that.
Pretty good combination there, Lamborghinis and Rottweilers.
Two and 2 on Pendleton.
Yeah, you had to mix it up with
One out,
him.
the base is empty.
He was a guy you needed to have a couple different pitches working to get out. He didn't swing and miss a lot.
Ball 3 low and in.
Yeah.
Said no swing. And a muck cheater goes up from the Braves fans. Still a little bit testy about the umpire.
I don't think Pendleton even came close to swinging at that pitch.
In addition to the play at first base, the bunt flag, the Braves were also upset about a couple of check swing appeals that didn't go their way last night. Pendleton lines one to left, infield field.
Oh, look at Inky. Look at Inky.
Well, for all the talk in the series about Pete D'Avilia being a defensive
Like a
lineman,
cat.
he says, take that.
fielder Wes Chamberlain and Pete Incaviglia criticized highly for their defense. Fine play by Incaviglia as he backhanded the ball hit by Pendleton. And Wes Chamberlain made a nice play on the relay throw on the hit by McGriff to save a run. And Jim Fregosi says, look, these are the guys that got me here. Why should I all of a sudden, because it's postseason play Milt Thompson against the left-handed pitcher? It makes no sense. That's why he is sticking with the guys that got him here.
And the defense, admittedly a weakness of the Phillies in the regular season. They were 9th in the league in fielding. It was a concern of Jim Fregosi coming in, but 6 Braves have hit in this ball game. They've already been 3 nice defensive plays. Remember, Chamberlain went to the corner to hold Blouse to a single. They're handing the ball. They cut down the run on the plate at the plate last inning. And now the catch by Incaviglia. And a look at Milt Thompson, who made the defensive play of the series last night.
Thank God he caught it, or he wouldn't have got up.
Two balls, no strikes on Damon Berryhill. 2 balls and 1 strike on the Atlanta catcher. Going to the game with late innings after Olsen left with the injured left wrist that Jim Gray spoke of earlier. And Berryhill won 1 for 1 with a single.
Come on, Schill, finish that pitch, idiot.
There's the hero of last night's game, Danny Jackson.
DJ!
He drove in the winning run.
What a clutch game he pitched.
Well hit and hooking. Just inside the line. Chamberlain on it quickly. He throws a ball up at second base. 4 great defensive plays for Philadelphia in 2 innings.
Insane defense. See, I'm struggling command-wise right there up to that point. You give a pitcher enough leeway and don't get him when you get a chance, you're done. That was just huge.
Full line of quality cars and trucks. Miller Lite, great taste, less filling. And by Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
Yeah, he could play a decent right field.
Berryhill really turns on an inside fastball from Kurt Schilling, and the ball hits the line in right field, right there. And watch the carom played nicely by Wes Chamberlain, and Berryhill is dead at second base. The second inning in a row that Chamberlain has had an assist.
On the inning-ending play, the Braves had a runner thrown out at the plate.
Look at dude.
First, and a runner thrown out at second to end the second. Wes Chamberlain, 2 assists to tie the league championship series record for a game, and you've only played 2 innings. Phillies have the top of the order up. They lead 1-0. Lenny Dykstra, the batter, 1-1 the count. He fly to center, leading off the ball game. Mariano Duncan on deck, and then John Kruk against Steve Avery, who has retired 4 in a row. 3 of them with the strikeout. They return now to scholarship at Stanford, out of high school, John F. Kennedy High School in Michigan, to sign with the Braves for $212,000, 1988. Down McGriff, nicely played, and 1 out.
Second baseman, Mariano Duncan. Fred McGriff had 17 errors on the season. That was 3rd in the National League for first baseman.
That's a lot of errors for a first baseman.
19 with Florida. Eddie Murray with the Mets had 18. McGriff not an excellent fielding first baseman, but certainly more than adequate, especially the way he swings the bat. Dick Allen used to say, you know how you play first base? And I'd say, no. He'd say, swing them back.
popped up in
Nothing was natural.
David Justice. Still on in the third.
That unusual way of holding the bat, and Duncan was under the fastball. If his hands that low, that means he handles the off-speed pitches better, all the curve balls, anything down in the strike zone, but not the high fastball.
2 away for John Kruk with Dave Hollins on deck. Kruk doubled down the right field line, driving Mariano Duncan with the only run of the ball game. We're in the third. And Avery is in with strike one.
Compare the way John Kruk holds his hands to the way Duncan holds his hands. Look how high Kruk's hands are. John with that right hand, the pinky on his right hand actually overlaps the knob of the bat. That allows hitters to use that bat as a whip. That's how he whipped that double down the right field line his first time up.
Two balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs and the bases empty. Third inning, 1-0 Philadelphia. The Braves have hit the Phillies to this point 3-2. In the dirt. And Kruk has worked the count full. Only 14 runs.
Not many, no. Not all the guys do.
Series for the Philadelphia Phillies were in the 5th game when they're even at 2 games apiece, and they're leading this one 1-0. And Kruk is aboard with 2 outs on the second walk issued by Avery. Lieutenant
Headley
Kruk is walking around today that his back might be bothering again, as it was earlier in the series. Of course, it was a short turnaround time for all the participants. The game last night ended after midnight. And only 15 hours later, they're back at it. Dave Hollins popped out to the second baseman, Malecki, in the first.
Come on, Head. Get you on right here.
Avery led the majors in pickoffs with 15. However, 32 stole against Steve. That was second in the National League. Dennis Martinez had 48 steals against him.
48?
48. It's a bunch. That led the National League. But, you know, with Avery's improved move, his best move is when he steps off the mound and throws to first base. He's similar to Terry Mulholland of the Phillies in that regard.
Toto on Hollins. He's from Orchard Park, New York, the home of the Buffalo Bills. Of course, there's been all kinds of talk that the Atlanta Braves are trying to avoid coming the Buffalo Bills or the Denver Broncos. Take your pick of baseball. Getting to the postseason or the championship series, World Series, without winning it all.
That's a lot of fun. I'll tell you, there are a lot of baseball teams that would love to be in a position to lose 3 Super Bowls in the Bills' case and 3 World Series. That means you've gotten there. They used to have that rap on Fran Tarkington all the time. Couldn't win the big one. He won a ton.
Truckee was an athlete, though, man.
The big one.
No, says Jerry Crawford. And no, says Joe West. And the count is 3-1.
Did he? No.
Get you on, Head.
Big swing by Hollins. The count is full with 2 outs. Will be off with the payoff pitch from Avery.
Bobby Cox, before the game, talking about the check swings, he says, you know, on your guys' instant replay, it looks like everybody goes around, and he's right. The umpires certainly don't have that view, but often on the instrument, Bobby's even nodding. That's correct.
Truck runs, and Hollins looks at strike 3. We'll return to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium after this message and a word from your local station.
Damn it, Head.
How much?
Yeah, the one thing you want with two guys in a blimp, you either want them both to be Braves fans or both to be Phillies fans. You don't want that blimp divided.
No. Now, the blimp was up there last night. They didn't go all the way back to Fort Lauderdale.
No, they didn't. No.
They parked in a blimp port somewhere around here overnight. Mark Lemke fouled one away. And the count is 0-2 on Lemke. Avery on deck, and then Nixon. They've seen many shots in this series of Lemke. Flexing that right shoulder that's really bothering him. That was not a good-looking swing.
Yeah, and you can tell by that swing that shoulder continues to bother Mark Lemke. Bobby Cox seems to think that it's a genetic problem with Mark in that right shoulder. And he may have it operated on in the offseason, but from that swing, you could tell that shoulder's bothering him.
Of course, it was Lemke with the ball that Thompson caught in front of the left field wall last night. Avery at the plate. You might recall that he had 2 hits and 2 at-bats against Schilling in Game 1, a double and a single. He scored a run. He had 160 during the regular season. Chopped off the plate. Duncan has to hurry. And he just didn't get it there in time to get Avery by half-step. After today's game, the National League Championship Series returns to Philadelphia. Game 6 Wednesday at Veterans Stadium. And the first pitch will be at either 3:07 or 8:12.
Yeah, Dutch was a good game caller.
Of the American League Championship Series game tomorrow night. If the Blue Jays win and wrap up the series.
This was kind of the first year I started to kind of take control of game calling.
If Chicago wins and the American League Championship Series requires a game 7, we'd be on the air from Philadelphia at 3 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. So that the ALCS game 7 could have center stage that night. Notice Nixon, the batter.
Jerry Crawford, terrible.
Schilling thought was a strike.
Yeah, he took 1-0. You can bet he'll be taking 2-0. Trying to walk his way on.
He did, and it's a strike 2-1. Otis with his 0 for 1 today is hitting .319 for his career in the postseason, second best postseason average in Braves history. Only Hank Aaron has hit for a higher average among Braves in the postseason.
That's minimum 25 at bats. Well, the hammer not only produced during the season, but it fell during the postseason also. What a hitter he was. My goodness.
The 2-2 pitch. Otis slapped it straight back to the screen.
Hey, Marty.
Not only a hitter, but
yeah, I had one later in my career.
Remarkable outfielder, a great defensive player, terrific base runner, and he hit home run number 715 on April 8th, 1974, with Dusty Baker on deck.
The tension among the fans here today is palpable. The count is full. Schilling wants to go to his mount, so he steps off the back of the mound. And now the payoff to Nixon. He is fouled on the play to the left. Bobby Cox didn't get much sleep last night since he has 18 people staying at his house. After he got home from losing a tough game, he had to entertain for a while. That's a routine fly to left for Cavilla. And Schilling works his first perfect inning. We played 3 innings in Atlanta. The Phillies lead 1-0.
We're a part of the future.
Wes Chamberlain has 2 outfield assists, tie a league championship series record. Braves had a runner thrown out of the plate ending the first inning, and a runner thrown out at second, ending the second. Aaron Dalton begins the fourth. He looked at ball 1. He walked in the first inning after walking 4 times last night. And Avery has thrown a bunch of pitches already, 71 of them. Now 72, 2 pitches deep into the 4th inning. Dalton, Cavilla, and Chamberlain to bat against Avery.
Our lineup could wear a pitcher out before sabermetrics. This lineup just wore you down.
Dalton surprised many Phillies fans recently when he admitted in an article in Sports Illustrated that he still, from time to time, is bothered by double vision in his left eye as a result of a car accident, which he and Buddy Dykstra were involved.
He's a great
2 years
teammate.
ago.
He was a leader in every sense of the word, man.
Returning from John Kruk's stag party. Avery, everything away from Darren Dalton. That's why the outfielders for the Braves are playing, shading the left-handed hitters toward left field. This is for John Kruk. Look at Otis Nixon in center field, about 5 feet on the other side of second base. With Dave Hollins, the right-handed batter. Nixon's almost.
It wasn't even close.
Spot.
I was way out.
And
Jerry was
Darren
terrible
Dalton
this game.
again, almost in the same spot. An idea of how hard Avery's throwing.
1-0 at Pete Cavilla. Avery struck out in Cavilla to end the first. Steve is now fan 5. And in Cavilla lifts a high.
Booyah.
Left. Gant looking back at the wall, and now with his back against the wall, he couldn't get it. In Cavilla on his way to third. Nixon had to track it down, and he's safe for third. A ball that could have been caught by Gant. He didn't even leap after putting his back against the wall. And it appeared to hit off the wall just above his glove.
I'm not sure he saw that ball all the way. I think he lost the ball somewhere. He checks the wall here, and now when he looks up, it appears now he's feeling back for the wall, and then he didn't jump. Now, it looked like he followed it all the way, but he didn't jump, and the ball bounced off the wall. Nixon was backing up the play. Nixon had to barehand it, and then Cavilla has a triple.
It scored an error on Gant.
How can you score an error? The ball never, in my opinion, the ball never hit his glove. Is the error on not jumping? I don't agree with that. I mean, how many errors are given on balls like that?
Very few. But it should have been caught.
True.
That's the reason, apparently, that the official score posted the error.
I don't think the ball touched leather. That's only the second error, by the way, on the Braves for this season.
The other was costly in last night's game. Lefty's error opened the door for the 200 run. With the infield in, Chamberlain lifts one to center field. Should be deep enough to score the run. Nixon with the catch. He lots it back in as Cavilla scores, standing up. And the Phillies lead on a sacrifice fly by Wes Chamberlain that brings in.
Yeah, I think he does still hold the record.
Wes Chamberlain, after he hits the ball, he becomes a spectator. Watch, he thought it was deep enough, and now watch him looking in Cavilla. He's looking at the ball, now he looks back at Cavilla. He looks at Cavilla, and now he enjoys the RBI. kind of pulls for him. A little body English help him score.
You wanted to have a vivid memory of his first postseason RBI. Stalker with a bunt. Avery on it quickly. And that ends the inning. The Phillies capitalize on the gate error. And after 3.5, it's 2-0 Philadelphia.
Mark Lemke made the error, and Bill Thompson made the great plays. And today, the bookend outfielders, Incaviglia and Chamberlain, have made terrific plays on defense. And the Ron Gant error in the 4th inning, allowing Incaviglia to score. And the Phillies have won the low-scoring games, and the Braves have won the blowout. And that is really a surprise to me.
And to those participating, we mentioned Jim Fergosi's quote earlier.
Yeah.
That he would have thought you were crazy if you had predicted the Phillies would win the low-scoring one-run games and the Braves would win the blowouts. Schilling ahead of Blauser 0-2. 1-2 was Blauser, who singled to right, all of which Chamberlain made the nice play in the right field corner to hold Jeff to a long single. And it was Blauser who was thrown out of the plate when McGriff, with 2 outs, singled off the top of the wall and right. And the Phillies cut down Blauser, trying to score 9-6-2. Blauser, Gant, and McGriff due up against Schilling, who worked his first perfect inning last inning. Swinging the ball low. And they appeal down to Joe West. Rules that it was not a swing. Strike 3. Blauser. Caught looking at a fastball to the knees for the first out of the inning. That's the 3rd strikeout for Curt Schilling.
Looked like Jeff was looking for another pitch, possibly a slider or a splitter, and Schilling splits the plate with a fastball. Notice how Dalton very smoothly bringing the ball up. That's what's known as framing by a catcher, and Dalton does it very well.
Schilling hit Dalton's target for a first pitch called strike to Ron Gant, who flied to right his first time up.
No.
Schilling spent many hours between games 1 and 5 watching tapes of his game 1 start, looking for secrets about how to pitch the Braves hitters. He said he didn't bother watching the first 2 innings when he had the 5 strikeouts because he thought they were somewhat of an aberration. The Braves were a little bit anxious to start the series. Swatted pitches they probably wouldn't swing at in game 5. And Schilling was pitching perhaps a little bit above his capabilities, running on adrenaline, getting the fastball up there at 96 miles per hour. 3 balls and 1 strike. Ten strikeouts in a postseason game. The most by a Phillies pitcher. Steve Carlton also had 10 strikeouts in a World Series start in 1980. One out, bases empty, bottom of the 4th, 2-0 Phillies. The 3-1 the game is popped up and drifting out of play.
Last 2 nights, Ron Gant has not.
I think 16 of my 19 would have been wins.
Normally a full hitter.
I always work fast.
99 hits to left this year, only 19 to right, as we said in last night's game. But there's a. You knew he was going to get the fastball there, and he still fouls it off the other way. Couldn't get around on Danny Jackson last night.
Got around on that one. Great time. Backhand stop by Hollins. Long throw. Didn't get it. So another fine play by the Phillies, but Gant simply runs too well. And Hollins has no chance to throw him out. It's an infield hit for Gant.
Remember how we talked about the fielders gripping the ball across the seams to throw it hard and straight? Watch how much time it takes Dave Hollins to get to his feet to make the throw. Fine play, but he had too much to do once he made the catch.
Really? Tomahawk chop? Save it.
So the Braves have the tying run of the play. That's Brett McGrath. And left one to left center, not very deep.
Thank you.
And Cavilla makes the running catch. And Gant retreats to first with 2 outs in the fourth. 2-0 Phillies.
First time up today, Dave Justice got nothing but fastballs. That's the fastball away. The second one was inside.
No, middle.
The time up. And now the third one blowing away and nastier than either of the first two.
That's a rarity for Justice against Schilling. In his career, David has hit against Schilling 20 times, has 6 hits, 3 of the home runs. Ball on low. Dalton wants an appeal. Frank Pulley says no swing.
You can almost see Justice gripping the bat by the left hand after the check swing to make sure that Frank Pulley said, nope, now what's that? See, he's looking at Pulley saying, hey, I didn't go around now. You can see, I didn't go around.
After all of the controversy about check swings last night, you can understand that reaction. Ball 2.
Bobby Cox has a theory about black bats in daytime. He says for the third base umpire, it is very difficult to call whether a hitter has a check swing or not, or whether he goes through the strike zone if he's using a black bat. Never really thought about that. Interesting theory.
Yes, it is. 3-0 on Justice. Should he reach Terry Pendleton with that mix?
I would think Justice is swinging here. Got a chance to tie it with one swing.
He does swing away on 3-0, and he fouled it off. Justice has 6 postseason home runs. Only Jose Canseco, Kirk Gibson, and Dave Henderson have more among active players. Lenny Dykstra has 5. Neither Justice Justice does not have a home run. Dykstra has 1 in this series.
No.
Grip right there.
And that was the pitch. Ball to strike at the knees. Full count now with 2 outs. Gant will be running.
Sometimes a pitcher will hold the ball down by his side, and he'll give the first base coach a different look.
That was a fastball.
At the pitch he's going to throw. See,
What do you mean? Who's calling my pitches?
He can change that very easily when he goes back to his glove, and that keeps him from stealing the signs.
Gant running on the pitch. He rounded second before putting the brakes on. As Dalton got to it quickly. So the Braves have the tying run at first, and the go-ahead run coming to the plate, and Terry Pendleton is greeted by a standing ovation. Pendleton was robbed of a hit in the second when he had a line drive to left. That was caught on a diving backhanded stab by Peter Cavilla. 2-0 Philadelphia in the bottom of the fourth. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Now Pendleton, 7 for 19 in the series. Gant, the runner at second. Justice at first. Outside, ball 1. just outside. 2 balls and no strikes on Pendleton. Strike. Good pitch by Schilling with the count 2-0.
Yeah, it was a fastball, but it wasn't a fastball down the middle of the plate. When you pitch to big league hitters and you throw that predictable pitch, a 2-0 fastball, it better be on the outside part.
26-year-old Kurt Schilling, the starting pitcher in Game 5 of the National League Championship Series, with the series tied at 2. The 2-1 pitch slides down the play. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs and 2 men on.
Leo rocking.
They left 11 men on last night. They only left 1 man on for the first 3 innings today. They've had 2 runners thrown out of the bases.
Watch Kurt Schilling with the glove up in front of his face, and they'll discuss it to make sure that both of them are on the same track. If Schilling wants to throw it inside and Dalton wants it outside, and Schilling goes ahead and gives in, normally that's the pitch that's right down the middle. So Dalton explains his theory, and Schilling ultimately is the guy who decides. He's the guy with the ball in his hand.
The 2-2 is outside. So now the runners will get the jump on the 3-2 pitch. And Justice would have a much better chance to score from first on a hit by Pendleton. 2-0 Phillies.
Backdoor slider.
He struck him out. After 4, 2-0 Philadelphia.
Or fastball away.
NLCS 7 years ago today.
Now the pitch. And a high fly ball.
Look at the dude.
It is fairly deep. It's way back. By the wall. It's a home run. A home run. Tonight for the ball game. Dykstra hits a home run.
That was Game 3 of the '86 National League Championship Series. The Astros were leading 5-4 at the bottom of the ninth when Lenny Dykstra hit that dramatic 2-run homer off Dave Smith. Lenny, one of the few Phillies who came into this series with postseason experience, and he thought that was another reason why he would be a key part of the Phillies' attack in this series against the Braves. That was Bob Murphy, longtime Mets radio announcer, with the call, and in my opinion, the man who should be in the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. No argument here.
Kurt Schilling leads off the 5th. The Phillies batting with a 2-0 lead. And Schilling dribbled one to the Braves dugout, fielded by Bill Pecota. Matt Corrales wanted the ball. He wouldn't give it to him. Nope. Going right in the pocket. Schilling, then Dykstra, and Mariano Duncan. The Phillies have not had a hit since the first, when they got the single and the double by Duncan and Kruk, respectively. But it counted for the first run of the ballgame. Justice hadn't played perfectly, very shallow, near the line and right. Go on out. And we talked last night about this being the most important game of the year for the Phillies. That's what Jim Fregosi said about Game 4. Is this game particularly important for one team as opposed to the other when it's 2-2, or is it important for both?
Well, whether a game is a big game or not, it's almost a game of rationalization. You say every game is the biggest game of the year, and then if you lose, well, the next one's the biggest game of the year. So while yesterday was the biggest game of the year as far as Jim Fregosi was concerned, today I'm sure is considered by Jim Fregosi as the biggest game of the year.
Dykstra took a breaking ball for strike one. He's 0 for 2 today.
Mentioned Lenny's home run in Game 3. It was his triple in Game 6 against Bob Nepper of the Astros that allowed the Mets, or have certainly helped the Mets, score 3 runs to tie it in the 9th inning. That game went 16 innings. It was won by the Mets, one of the most dramatic postseason games ever. And Lenny Dykstra right in the middle of it. And it's my belief that had the Mets lost Game 6, Mike Scott was so overpowering that year that he comes back and beats them in Game 7. I don't think anybody could have touched Mike Scott in that postseason. That's how hot he was.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Avery has walked 2 and has struck out 5 to this point. He's only given up 2 hits. But the Phillies have an unearned run in this ball game. That came last inning when Gant couldn't catch the fly ball by Incaviglia that scraped the left field wall.
1986, by the way, the same year that the California Angels were 1 strike away from going to the World Series in Game 5, and that remarkable Dave Henderson, the 2 at-bats that he had, the last one off Donnie Moore. Unbelievable.
Lenny Dykstra led the National League this year in hits and walks. And he's just the 5th player in Major League history to lead his league in hits and walks in the same season. And that's distinguished company. And there's Richie Ashburn in the Phillies jacket and the baseball cap. One of the Phillies broadcasters, and another guy, in our opinion, should be in the Hall of Fame. Chris Wheeler on the right, Andy Musser on the left, and along with Harry Callis. Boy, the fans in Philadelphia are spoiled by the local broadcasting that they get on radio and television.
I think one of the things keeping Richie Ashburn out of the Hall of Fame is he played in the decade of the 50s where the center fielders were remarkable in New York alone. Mickey Mantle for the Yankees, Duke Snider for the Brooklyn Dodgers, Willie Mays for the New York Giants. And Ashburn overshadowed that year. He is a very, very funny man.
Oh, he sure is.
Wow.
The 1-2 to Dykstra, just outside. 1 out of the bases empty. Phillies batting in the 5th. They lead 2-0. And Dykstra has battled to a full count.
Len Dykstra's almost out of the batter's box. You check his left foot, and the reason he does that, he tries to intimidate the pitcher and push the ball outside off the plate. And he's got such a good eye, he rarely swings at a bad ball. That back foot should be about 6 inches toward the first base side for a hitter to be in the batter's box. And Dykstra's flirting with being out of it. Heard of pitchers who intimidate hitters. Well, Dykstra's a hitter that intimidates pitchers, especially in the strike zone.
Still 3-2. Lenny Dykstra has 1 year remaining on a 3-year, $7 million contract. And given that he is a legitimate MVP candidate, that is certainly low pay by today's standards. He has talked openly about wanting to renegotiate, obtain a contract along the same lines as Darren Dalton's new 4-year, $18 million deal. Blaser throws it up. Nice play by Jeff Blaser. It was a sharply hit one hopper right at the Braves shortstop. It has been an interesting series, to say the least. In Game 1, Kim Batiste went from GOAT to hero, there to the game-winning hit. Then in Game 2, the Braves blasted 4 home runs. Fred McGriff hit the first, 14-3 the final. Tom Glavine pitched Atlanta to victory 9-4. Big innings again, the story for Atlanta in the third game. And then Danny Jackson shut down the Braves last night and drove in the game-winning run in the 2-1 Philadelphia victory that featured 26 men left on base, a league championship series record. Ryan Duncan, a swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2.
I think if the Phillies do win this series, they'll look back on the performance of Danny Jackson and say that's the key. I mean, he pitched like Stonewall Jackson performed last night.